Hi, everybody. I'm not even sure what I'm going to be channeling for you today, but obviously you know because you've read the title of this video. I haven't looked at the Ask Vagrein questions yet, so I'm going to go over there and find one now that feels really good to answer in channeling for you. Okay, so when someone fills out the form on my website at www.jpherman.com/askvagrein, those questions get sent directly to me and I can keep track of what you guys are asking, what you guys are interested in finding out more about. And today's question is from Ayush. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Hopefully I am. And I'd love to answer this. And Ayush asks, please talk about the power of imagination and how we can tap into our infinite power with our imagination and how we can connect to angelic beings using imagination. Okay, so to me, this is separate questions because talking about the power of imagination, I'm sure is something that Vagrein's going to for sure address right now. And then the second part about how we can connect with angelic beings using imagination, maybe they're going to answer, maybe they're not going to answer, but it's very similar to how to connect with any non-physical beings. I do have another video that's come out recently that's called Channeled Info from the Universe, How to Talk with Dead Relatives. And that video probably has a lot of information that would be very similar to Vagrein explaining stuff about how to talk with angelic beings. But we'll see what comes through in this channeling, and maybe Vagrein will address both things, maybe just the imagination question. There's really no way to know until we get through it. The other thing is I noticed a lot of you haven't hit the bell icon. So I love the fact that you've subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing. But if you didn't hit the bell icon, then you're not going to get notifications from when I have new videos coming out. And I'm not really that consistent with videos. So instead of having to come back and check the profile all the time, hit the bell icon when you're subscribing so that you're always notified when there's something new coming up, because I do a lot of premieres and I do a lot of announcements, and I'd love to have you here for all of that. I'm going to get right into it now and start channeling for you. Good now to you. Your imagination is your sketchbook, your place to sketch out, to play with, to plan in advance the reality that you would like to see manifest into your experience. When used in a deliberate fashion, it is possible to use imagination to create your reality exactly as you choose it to be. Because during this moment of working it out beforehand, working it out in the non-physical realms, you are, in essence, in reality, telling the universe, telling the parts that make up existence what it is you would like to see. Your skill, your mastery of imagination is rampant, is wild, is not in cultivation. You do not have a direct mastery of your imagination at this point. You are not taught this skill. You are not taught this tool as a child when you have the most access to be able to play with, to construct with, to create with your imagination. And in this same phase, this same childhood moments that you are in your most potentialized moments of being able to learn what to do with your imagination and how to create with it, you are told there is restriction. You are told there is complication, or that your imagination is worthless, when in fact it is all that there is in terms of your access to the matter with which to create from the non-physical into the physical realms. There is nothing that you can see manifest in your reality that was not first imagination, that was not first in the thought form inside, or not inside, but connected to consciousness of human, or likewise animal, or likewise other physical manifestations of consciousness form. Each action occurs through imagination before it is manifest in reality. When you decide to stand to fetch yourself a glass of water, you think first, I would like to fetch myself a glass of water, and then find that this impulse, this imagination, this thought that has run through you in thought form, in non-physical form first, is now what is motoring your body, your physical form, your vessel, to raise itself from the seat and head towards your kitchen or your fountain and retrieve this glass of water to meet the need of thirst, perhaps, or boredom. Every collaboration in your existence that has resulted in material creation, every building, every structure, every machine, every advancement in technology was first in its imaginated form. Therefore, by the truth, by the fact of the evidence that everything that exists was first imagination, you may deduce that it is imagination that is the creative factor, that is the factor that is the material for creation. And if you do come to this conclusion, which is a valid conclusion for you, then you will notice that in deliberately imagining the situations, scenarios, outcomes, products, manifest material goods that you would prefer to have in your experience, you will then have the inspirations, the instincts, the drive, the motivation to go ahead and create them, or to influence others to create them, or to make your impact in this reality that takes the form that was simply imaginary or simply non-physical in its physical reality yet, and have it arrive in your material realm. The new car cannot find itself under your hands of its steering wheel if you not first think of this car being there, if you not first arrive at the dealership, if you not first allow for another being to imagine this car into existence. Yes, there is action, but no action takes place without first thought to motivate this action, to create the direction for this action. And so we would suggest that you use your imagination from this day forward to sketch out the reality that you would like to have. In the same way, an artist will make a sub-painting. They will use materials that are not imperative to master, for example, charcoal or graphite, and they will draw on the canvas the idea, the form that they have in their minds. You may draw in your imagination any form that you have, that you would like. The one that you would like, let linger. Because there is a tendency to what you call worry. And worry is you using your imagination in the exact opposite modality to manifesting what it is you would like to see. And in fact, you imagine the worst case scenario on a frequent basis. Let go of imagining the worst case scenario. We promise you that if the worst case scenario is meant to be, it will occur whether or not you imagine it. There is no need for you to put your precious resource of your mind's power, of your soul's desire into the worst case scenario. There is no way to insure yourself against the worst case scenario. So instead, use all of that time, energy, effort and intention towards imagining the best case scenario. Do it frequently. Plan your day in advance. Imagine your best day each morning upon awakening, and create that day from the sketch that you have put in your mind, with the intention to have a wonderful day, bar other intentions from your higher self. The day will unfold, if not in the exact way that you have planned it or imagined it to go, but in ways much better. See the future you want to experience, and experience it first in your mind. See the relationship you want to have, and play with it first in your mind. See the abundance that you would like to call in, and frolic in it and make your purchases with it first in your mind. This is how you create your manifest reality. With that, we leave you with the light and the love of 1,000 suns. Anai. Well, that didn't feel 100% complete to me. I believe Vagrein will speak on this in other moments as well. So from what I can tell, this is an extremely important topic. So I'd love to thank you, Ayush, for submitting that to the form. Vagrein is going to be answering many more audience questions at 2 events I have coming up in April on the 12th and the 13th. And these events are going to be live channelings over Zoom. So go ahead and get your tickets really quickly before they run out at www.jpherman.com/events. And I am so excited to be able to see you there soon. Don't forget to like. I love your comments. I always respond to the comments, and subscribe. And I will be back again very soon with another channeling for you. Bye-bye.